Welcome back to the Te Araroa Trail in New Zealand, everyone. This is episode 12 of my TA series where I am hiking the 3,000 kilometer length of New Zealand with my husband, Brian. In last week's episode, we finally completed the South Island section of the trail, and in this episode, we start the North Island. We leave the southern terminus of the North Island and meander through the city and along stunning beaches towards our first mountain range on this island. Over the next 7 days, we cover 169 kilometers of diverse terrain. I really hope you enjoy joining us. Okay, let's get into the episode. We made it to the southern terminus of the North Island, so it's time to hike. Yay, we're starting! Okay, here we go. We're leaving the beach behind and we basically walked through the whole city of Wellington today. After a rest day here in Wellington, we were ready to start hiking again. Today we are hiking through the city of Wellington and making our way towards the first mountain range we will hike through on the North Island. From here, the southern terminus of the TA on the North Island, we have 1,726 kilometers to hike northbound to reach the northern terminus of the entire trail. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. It is the third largest city in the country. According to Wikipedia, it is the world's windiest city by average wind speed. It is also often referred to as New Zealand's cultural capital, with a diverse and often youth-driven culture. It was a very enjoyable city to walk through, with much natural beauty, delicious food, and beautiful gardens. We had lunch at a beautiful vegan bakery. Now we're starting to leave sort of like the epicenter of downtown, and we've got about 8 kilometers to do. Tonight we are staying at a house of fellow TA hikers. They were a couple we met one day hiking on the South Island, who very generously offered us a place to stay while we were hiking this section of the trail. We hiked through the neighborhoods to get to their house. Hi, we made it to our acquaintance's house. Now we're friends, I think. We're sleeping. I'll show you our sleep setup in a sec here. They set it up for us here because their spare rooms are being used right now. They've got 2 other guests. We've had some amazing chats tonight talking about trails and hiking and life and all the good things. Okay, I'll show you the bed. They set us up these cots and then we put our air mats on. Brian's bed's looking much cleaner. We've got our little pillows. Oh, I'm just noticing, I think they set this up for us. Oh, little lamp. So I will turn off this light. Good morning. We're walking through a neighborhood right now. We had a lovely stay with our friends and just had breakfast with them. Now we're off. It's 8 a.m. We've got 35 kilometers to hike today. We're up on this ridge now. It's beautiful. I'm just not feeling great. Feeling very overstimulated from the city. It usually takes me a bit of time to get used to hiking again after a few days off. I find hiking through noisier areas particularly challenging, and I start to crave the calm and quiet of nature. On one hand, the amenities, particularly the food of towns and cities, are incredible, but on the other hand, I end up missing being in the backcountry. We're a few K from our hostel and the end of the walking is along the ocean. We've done about 32 kilometers now today. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired in my feet, but honestly not too bad considering. This is the nicest room with the nicest view we've had this whole time in New Zealand.
This is incredible.
And this is a hostel.
Yeah, this is
amazing. Just sat here on our bed and watched the sunset. Already had our first dinner and Brian is cooking our second dinner now. 7 minutes until it's ready. Yay. We're walking through a neighborhood right now, connecting path to path, very typical of a thru hike. And we've been going for a couple hours now. We've already stopped for coffee. This trail is so stunning. Pretty dangerous, I would say, because it's on this extremely steep slope. And it's super busy. It's a Saturday, so there's tons of locals out hiking it. And as you can probably see, it's really narrow, so picking and choosing where we pass each other is important. We have made it down to our beach walking. We have 17 kilometers left to do. Good morning. We got going around 7:30 a.m. Today we have 5 kilometers to get into town and then head into the mountains. We've got, I think, our only multi-day mountain range on the North Island to do next. It is time for us to enter the mountain range on this section. The Tararua Range is an 80-kilometer mountain range with the highest peak sitting at 1,570 meters tall. The Tararuas have a wide variety of vegetation, ranging from alpine tussock grasslands and subalpine shrublands to forests of beech and lowland broadleaf forests. The terrain is rugged with frequently harsh weather, so keeping this in mind, we are starting the range with caution and well equipped with food. And a few days ahead of us, on the other side of this first stretch of mountains, we know we have a resupply box waiting for us. We made it to camp, just set up the tent, and it's a wild camp tonight, which we always love. We already had our noodles for dinner, so now the only thing I gotta do is my teeth, wash my face, wash my feet, and get into bed. Good night. Good morning. We've been hiking for about an hour now, and we're down in the river valley. So next up, we're gonna do 2,000 vertical meters of climbing. We've done our first climb of the day. We're undulating for a bit, and then we have a very big climb for our afternoon. It's like 1,300 vertical meters, pretty much straight up. So that'll be interesting, but beautiful. I'm really ready to replace my shoes. I'm expecting them at our next resupply. My grip is just, it's not good, it's not safe, it's slowing me down. We just broke through tree line, and it feels so good to have these views. There's where we're headed there. Almost at the summit and the sun setting. So beautiful. This is so... wow. Most beautiful sunset. I am partial to sunsets. I've always loved this time of day. And we are half an hour at most from the hut. We just have to drop down now. We can see where the hut is, but we can't quite see the hut. It must be hidden. Good morning. It is such different weather today. Cloudy, windy, rainy. So we got going. We're gonna try to do a full day of hiking, but we'll see what the weather does for us. Brian and I have done a lot of hiking in the rain, both since we arrived in New Zealand and back home on Vancouver Island. We have rain pants, rain jackets, and ponchos with us. Depending on how hard it's raining and the temperature, we will wear any combination of those items. We usually put our heads down and maintain a continuous pace throughout the day that won't require us to stop. If we stop outside in the rain, we usually get too cold. So we aim for huts or shelters for our breaks, if possible. We are constantly communicating about our decision making and ensuring we both still feel comfortable navigating with changes in visibility. Today, the visibility remained good enough that we could always see the next trail marker, so we both felt comfortable continuing our steady progress. It's a really cool day.
Made it.
"7:30 a.m. we had a cozy sleep in here, rain on the roof, and it was just another couple, and they were great to chat with. So it was a really good night. What we have to do today is just drop out of the mountains. The forecast said it was going to rain, but I'm seeing little bits of blue sky, so maybe it won't be too bad. Okay, let's go. Too bad we didn't see the view, but that's okay. You can't really plan the weather, can ya? Today we are dropping out of the Tararua Mountains towards a hiker-friendly resupply point along a short stretch of road walking. We knew we had a food resupply package waiting for us there and hoped that the new shoes Robinson's Outdoor Store sent me had also arrived. As we dropped down, the mist started to clear and I became more and more hopeful that I would have new shoes waiting for me. The trail brought us out of the forest and then through farmland before we reached our destination for the evening, Makahika Outdoor Center. Okay, this is a very exciting moment. These are my current shoes. They are very worn out. This is a package from my sponsor, Robinson's. Let's open it up. Look at that! Okay, here are all the pairs. This will be enough for the rest of my hike now. So I'll do a fresh pair now, and then I will send these ahead every 500 kilometers. Thank you, Robinson's Outdoor Store and Ultra. Look at the difference in the grip. In next week's video, we start hiking again up into the mountains and beyond. See you then. Thank you so much for watching.